Dancing is more than movement. It is culture, passion, beliefs, and attitude towards life. What we feel and what we are thinking when we are social dancing is what people see. Our personalities come across and shine on the dance floor. And before we even talk about styling, I think it's worth it talking about culture and women around the world, because it affects directly the way we move. Every culture, every society, even every city around the world has a stereotype of what a woman should look like, what makes a woman sexy, desirable, and beautiful, what she should behave like or dress like. This stereotype is like a goal for girls growing up in that particular society. We've all been through it. You do it unconsciously. Now, some women feel very comfortable with this stereotype. This stereotype reflects their personality, so they embrace it without problems. Other women hate it. It's totally against who they are, so they reject it and rebel against it. Other women accept it because that's their only chance to fit in, maybe, and they don't like it, but they know they have to accept it. Nevertheless, this stereotype influences all areas of life and of course has a huge influence in dancing and style. To illustrate this with two very opposite examples, we could talk about the stereotype of beauty of a Japanese woman, for example, and the stereotype of beauty of a Latina, for example, an Argentinian like myself. If we think of Japanese women and Japanese dance, we see that they look very soft and feminine, control in their movements, very delicate and beautiful. All my Japanese friends behave like that in their regular life. They go about day-to-day activities as if it was a soft choreographed dance. I love watching them. And I was asking them what was the stereotype in their country, and they told me that the stereotype of a beautiful woman for them is a woman that is slim, very soft, very controlled, soft-spoken, with light skin and clear skin, which obviously doesn't mean that all Japanese women are like that. That wouldn't be normal, but that is the stereotype. Opposite to that is a Latina, for example, even an Argentinian, that is supposed to be slim but with a lot of curves, with big bosom and big bottom, with long hair and curly hair, very feminine in the way we speak and we move, but much stronger than a Japanese woman. For example, if an Argentinian woman or any Latina behaves like a Japanese woman, she would come across like very, very shy. So people would say, oh, she's very shy and quiet. And if a Japanese woman, I guess, behaved like an Argentinian woman or Puerto Rican or Cuban, the Japanese people would think she's very loud and very extrovert and over the top. So of course, both the Japanese women and the Argentinian or Latinas are beautiful, but what changes is how their own societies and culture view them and what is the stereotype in that place. And as I said, it affects the styling. So if I talk a little bit more about the Latina stereotype, this will bring a lot of clarity on the styling. I think that this stereotype of a Latina is what attracts most women to salsa anyway. I would say the dance floor is an opportunity in our busy daily lives to be really over the top girly, to wear high heels and dresses and clothes that you would never wear out on the streets. Most women are career women, mothers, full-time workers, competing in the men's world, running around in tubes and buses, having to wear comfortable clothes to get around. So this Latin world gives us an opportunity to express ourselves as women, to reinforce this role as women. Of course, not all women get attracted to this, like I said before. For example, without going too far, I have a sister 3 years younger than me who is totally opposite in personality, and while I was always very girly girl, she was the opposite, and she would never do salsa. She thinks what I do is totally over the top, girly, disgusting, and for me it's natural. So of course the women that get attracted to salsa and lady styling do it for different reasons. Everyone has their personal reasons, but in general, my theory in so many years teaching is that if you get attracted to salsa and you want to develop your lady styling, it's because you need it in your life for whatever reason or another, either because you need to feel more feminine, because you are really feminine and girly and you just need a place to express it, or because, like myself, you're a Latina far from home and you need that space to feel at home. Whatever the reason, you need to get close to your girly feminine side, and that's why we do lady styling.